met a gypsy.
What'd you think of Loretta's for your first time actually? And you were there wire to wire from start to finish.
Yeah, no, dude, honestly, I thought it was amazing. I would actually love to go there and try and qualify for it one day. And I think it's,
That'd be
you know,
epic.
you could get pretty deep on Loretta's. And I think, here it's, a lot of people have like opinions of it. There's too much emphasis on one race and it's the greatest thing in the world. But from like being at the event on the ground, talking to people like yourself and, like guys like Paul Parabinos, Nick Way, like everyone has a Loretta's story. And, your generation grew up at Loretta's. That was the summer camp, and it's still got that vibe. And man, there was zero bad vibes there. There was like everyone was having fun. Everyone was like mingling. The racing was amazing. And I think it's pretty special that you can, that's the world, that's the best races in the world that, that go there. And, to be a kid, say you're 12 to 15, and if you make Loretta Lynns in a class, you're one of the 40th baddest dudes in America, which puts you way up there in the world kind of rankings, So I think that it's a very unique system that they've created over the years. And I think that it builds, there's so much pressure there. There's so much emphasis on that one race. Like if you can win that championship, like you're a bad dude, no matter what. And then, you can see, probably you could speak to this, RB, like you can not win at the ranch for your entire career almost, and then that almost fuels you into your professional career. So it's such a crazy crucible that has produced some amazing talent. So it was really, really, honestly cool to be a part of it.
Hey,
Yeah, it's
that leads me
pretty.
to something, RV and Jace. We were talking on our adventure ride this week about like multi-time champions, at SMX level, pro level, that didn't have much success at Loretta's. Like you think about, yourself. You won, quite a bit at Loretta's RV, but not like as much as some guys. But you're one of the greats, and at the top level. Isn't it crazy how that works out?
Yeah, it is. It is really, like Jay said, all the emphasis on one round or one race, let's say. But I was funny. I was talking to guys driving in. I was driving in flew into Nashville, drove in, checked out Broadway really quick, and then went to the track. And I think I was telling my mom or somebody, and I was like, "You'd be blown away with what the race has evolved into." And it's still the same old Loretta Lynn's. It's still the same at the same place. The track's evolved a little bit, but like Vendors Row now is down along the river, plus Vendors Row at where Vendors Row used to always be down the main drag by the Fox Tower, and behind the little Coliseum up top. And it's almost coming to a head of where it's like there's spectators now that come here that come just to like literally drink beer and watch some amazing racing, and then go in the river, go check Loretta Lynn's house out up the road. It's a pretty badass destination. I'm only realizing that now that I'm older. I haven't been race there. Everybody asks, when you coming back to race? I'm like, I'm never racing in this place. It's too hot. It's way too rough. And I'm out, so, but I love going, and I'd love my kids to experience it one day, but I'm only going if we go to race.
Yeah. Hey, Jace, like, being from Australia, I can only imagine the commitment that it takes for an Australian young amateur, like aspiring rider to come over there. I wish that there was an easier avenue for kids like that to come and be exposed to that. Do you think that there is a positive there for guys like young youth in Australia, because you're from there, having that opportunity and what that could bring to them?
Me and my brother actually were talking about it the other day, because I was sort of catching up with him through the week, and I was like, man, this is just so cool. And I said, like, we should try and qualify, like now I'm over here, I'll get some bikes, and like, let's just go do an area and a regional. But he was like, man, it'd be cool if there was like a qualifier in Australia, or, that maybe, like, I definitely think that there would be there would be a lot of kids that would do it. And shout out to some Aussie guys, man. I mean, Huxley Nolan was there, Tiger Wood was there, Brad West, who I'm with in California now. I mean, and there was more too. So there is Aussie families that commit. They know that this is the route to the professional ranks, and it was pretty cool to see some Aussie kids there. But I think to your point too, RV, like, man, I went for a hang and I thought to myself, and I had a lot of people hitting me up on Instagram being like, can anyone just go and watch? Like, could I go next year? And I think for the, you know, however long Loretta's has been going, like, I actually think that event can still grow and become even, you know, more of a spectacle. And you know, there's guys that, like, I would take an RV again to drink beers and
dude, it's like a grown-up spring break, right?
It's almost like you
Woodstock
wonder with motocross.
I would want my kids to qualify just so I could go there and party down and have a good time with people.
I said this to somebody the other day. I said it's almost like a redneck yacht club, you know, where you post up in a big field with 5,000 people, and all you do is ride side by sides and drive swamp buggies. You know, it's kind of like that. It's very grassroots, but obviously there's a reason why people are there, and that's chasing that Loretta's championship.
We're excited to announce the launch of our new membership site, gypsytales.com, packed with exclusive content and perks that you won't find anywhere else. This is your chance to become a part of the Gypsy Gang. And as a special bonus, if you sign up to an annual membership, you'll be entered into the draw to win our custom-built TC125. Gypsy Gang.